Hi everyone, am I audible? Am I audible, guys? Can anyone confirm? Hello, hello. Hi Prateek. So today we are going to start with the first question, right? So today we are going to start with the first question, which is smallest missing positive number, right? The series is going to start from today. The DSA series that I announced the day before yesterday, right? So we are going to start from there. Yeah, I know. The title name is wrong. It is number actually. I will get it corrected. Okay. So and after this, you already know that all the lectures will be on the Geeks for Geeks Java channel. Okay, not this Geeks for Geeks Java channel. So if you guys haven't subscribed till yet on this channel Geeks for Geeks Java, so just go and do that. So that from tomorrow I will take lectures on this only, Geeks for Geeks Java, right? So just do that. And today let's start with this question. Okay, so let's wait for 1 more minute and then we'll start. Anybody has any doubts before that? Anything you want to ask? Sir, I am BCQ first year student. Should I start DSC now or later? See, there is no students from school are doing it right now. Okay, DSA. So you can start anytime. Okay. Right. So just start at any point of time. That will be much better. Okay. So this question is a good question. Okay. Like smallest positive missing number. It's a medium question, but I think it is between medium to hard. But it is easier. But just you have to understand it, how it is working and what is happening here. Okay. So we'll discuss it. So let's start. Okay. So you are given with an array. Let's understand the question first of all. You are given with an array. You are given with an array of n integers including 0. Okay, so the task is to find the smallest positive number missing from the array. The question is, you have to find the smallest missing positive number from the array, only positive number. So let's say this array is given to you. Okay, so the thing is, what we have to do is positive number starts from 1. You have to assume that, or no, not assume, we know that positive number starts from 1. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, right? So 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there. So first missing positive number is 6, right? So the answer is 6. 1 to 5 all the numbers are present, but 6 is not there. So that means first positive missing number is 6, right? So this number you have to find. It will not always be that the array is sorted. In this example the array is sorted, but it is not that everywhere the array will be sorted. So let's take the next example. Here you can see you are given with 0, -10, 1, 3, -20, right? In this case you can see that there is 1. Okay, there is 1, but there is no 2. There is no 2 in this array. That means the first missing positive number is 2. So the answer is 2, right? So it is not that you will be given with a sorted array. You can be given with any array. You have to find out the first positive missing number. Okay, so sorting is possible, but I think can do better. Yes, exactly. So the first solution that always everyone will think of is sorting. Okay, sort the array and then see that if any number is missing. Okay, so let's take an example of this. If I sort this array, what will happen? It will be -20, -10, right? Smallest is -20, then -10, then 0, then 1, then 3. Okay, So in this case what will happen is, the first smallest positive number, you will compare this. Okay, you will compare minus 20 with what? Minus 20 with 1? No. So first of all, let's say you leave the negative numbers, because negative numbers doesn't play any role in this question, because it is just to confuse and to add something new to it, because negative numbers doesn't have any role. Okay, so let's say we are not taking these negative numbers. So let's say we are thinking of the positive numbers only. So here we have 0. 0 is also not considered, because this is also not a positive number. One positive number starts from 1. So here we will see that, okay, this number is 1. Okay, then it is okay. But the next number, after sorting, all the numbers will be in the correct order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here you can see that after 1 there is 3. There is 3. That means there is 2 missing. There is 2 missing in this, because after 1, if the array is sorted, there it would have been 2. It would have been 2, but this is 3. That means 2 is missing here. So the answer is 2. Right. So let me tell you the example. Let's take an example here for sorting part. Okay, if you are thinking of a sorting approach, that is correct, but its time complexity will be more. Okay, so we can count the number of positives and store them in sum of all positives. Okay, so why don't we sort and have the array and compare? Okay, and subtract sum of n positive numbers with sum we calculated. No. You are talking about the positive numbers only. So let's say, yeah, that solution can also work. So what you are saying is that, let's say we are given with negative numbers as well. Okay, so minus 20, 1, let's say 2, 4. Let's say this is the array we have. After sorting this array we are getting. Okay, so what you are saying is, okay, without sorting as well, what you are saying is you can take all the, so let's come to the sorting part first, then I'll come to your solution. So in the sorting part, let's ignore the negative numbers. Okay, let's start from here. This should be 1. Yes, this is 1. This should be 2. Yes, this is 2. But here we have 4. So the answer is 3, because if the array is sorted, the next number after 2 should be 3. If it is present in the array, it is not present, that means the answer is 3. This is the simplest solution that we have after sorting. But what we actually want is, we don't want the sorting solution. Why? Because sorting will take n log n time. Okay, sorting will take n log n time, but we don't want that. Okay, we want to do this solution in big O of n time. You can see here as well, in the question as well, it is written that you have to do this question, time complexity expected is big O of n, right? So this solution is done. Like, we cannot use this solution. This was the easiest one, but we cannot use it. Now let's come to the next solution that is given here. That we have to find the first missing positive number. We don't have to find all the missing positive numbers. We have to find the first missing positive number. Okay, and let's come to your solution now, Shardul. You are saying that count all the positives and store them in all positives. Okay, so let's say one variable I am taking as positive. This is one variable, int positive is equal to 0, right? And you are saying that, let's say minus 10, minus 20, 2, 1, minus 3 and 6 is given to you, right? So now what you are saying is, you take all the positive numbers, right? You are just saying that you take all the positive numbers sum. So that will be 2 plus 1 plus 6. That will be 6 plus 1, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that will be 9. And then what you are saying, and subtract sum of n positive numbers from the sum calculated. So how you will calculate n? How you will calculate n? Like, n positive numbers means, here you are saying that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is n. 6 is n, or you are saying 3 is n. So this solution will also not work. Why? Because here you can see that the numbers can be this much different. Like, the difference between the numbers can be this much. Like, number 1 is present, 2 is present and 6 is present. Then there will be a problem in this approach, right? I hope you got where the problem can be, right? So now let's come to, what if there are two positive numbers? How about using a hash set? I just solved in LeetCode. Yeah, you can use a hash set, but here you can see the time complexity. Yes, exactly. So here you can see the time complexity, space complexity is big O of 1. You cannot use hash set. Okay, space complexity expected is big O of 1, so we cannot use hash set, right? So now let's come to the solution. Now I think all of you have given me all your solutions. Anybody who wants to share can share, but let's come to the solution, actual solution that we are going to use here. Okay, so now let's say you are given with this example only. Let's take this example, 0, minus 10, 1, 3, minus 20. 0, minus 10, 0, minus 10, 1, 3 and minus 20. Right? Now what we have to do is we have to find the first missing positive number. Okay. First thing you have to keep in mind. See, let's say you are given with this array. Okay, you are given with this array. First solution that someone has said, Shivam has said that we can use hash set. Okay, we can use hash set. How we can use hash set is we can actually only take positive numbers and we can find the first missing positive number. So what I'm trying to say is, let's say hash map we are using. Instead of hash set, let's say hash map we are using. In the hash map, what happens is we actually store the number and we store true or false with it. Okay, so let's say I am storing 1 with, let's say, true, or instead of hash set, you are right, we can use hash set as well. Okay, let's say I am using hash set. So in the hash set, what I am trying to do is I will only store the positive numbers out of this. Okay, I will only store the positive numbers out of this. So I will store 1 and 3. Only 1 and 3 I will store. And storing from this array to hash set is big of an operation only. So that is okay. Okay, so we are going to store 1 and 3 in this. And then what we are going to do is, one by one, we will start from 1 and we will check in this hash set that, okay, which number is missing. Okay, so we'll check 1 is present. Then we can check 2 is not present. So the answer will be 2. Right? So this is one solution that we have. But this is taking extra space. We cannot use extra space here. Okay, so hash set solution will not work, but the approach is similar. The approach that we are going to use will be similar only. That we are going to actually use our given array only, as a hash set. How we are going to do this? Because this solution is used in many questions. Right? So for that, before going into that solution, you should know 2-3 things. Okay, you should know 2-3 things. What are those 2-3 things? One thing that you should know is that all the negative numbers and 0 are not of any use to us. So what we are going to do is we are going to make them like any number which cannot be our answer. Okay, so let's come to one more thing, that from which range our answer can lie. In which range our answer can lie. So let's come to that. Okay, so let's say this array is of size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers are there. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. Okay, these 5 numbers were there. Right, in these 5 numbers were there. So in this case, which number will be missing? So 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there. 6 is missing. Right, the first missing positive number is 6. Okay, so let's say if one of them were missing, let's say there was no 2, instead of 2 there was 6, so answer will be directly, we will know that the answer is 2. Right, so and also let's say there was 2 but there was no 3, instead of 3 there was 6 or 7 or 8, any number. Okay, so in this case we know that the answer will be 3. Okay, so our answer can only lie in this range from 1 to 5, in only this range, that of the size of the array. Why? Because if one of the number is missing in this array, that means that will be our answer. Our answer cannot lie more than 6. Okay, in this case the answer cannot be more than 6. Either it will be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, only there. The answer cannot go beyond 6. Right? And what is 6? 6 is the size of the array. 6 is the size of the array plus 1. That means size of the array plus 1. So our answer can only lie between 1 to size of the array plus 1. Why? So let's understand it again. Our range of answer can only be this. Why? Because let's say 5 numbers are given to you. 5 size array is there. Okay. So in 5 size array, how many numbers can come? How many positive numbers can come? 5 positive numbers can come. Okay. And if let's say those 5 positive numbers are not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then that means one of them is for sure missing. Either 1 is missing, 2 is missing, 3 is missing, 4 is missing, 5 is missing. If all of them are present, that means the answer is 6. So our answer can only lie between 1 to size plus 1. Only between 1 to size of the array plus 1. Just let me know if this concept is clear, because this is the main thing. What is software? Okay, this software is Epic Pen that I am using. Just let me know if this concept is clear. If not, just let me know, I'll explain it again, that from where to where our answer can lie. Okay, clear. Anybody else has any doubt? Yes, we will come to that, how to handle when negative numbers will be there, but the concept should be clear that answer can only lie between 1 to size of the array plus 1. Okay, because if any of the number, let's say 5 size array is given to you, if any of the number from 1 to 5 is missing, let's say from 1 to 5, let's say in this array 1, 2, 4, minus 2 and 3 is present, sorry, let's say 5 is present. So in this case, you know that you will check that, okay, 1, 2 is there, then 3 is not there. Instead of 3 there is minus 1, that means 3 is missing. So the answer can only lie between 1 to, okay, repeat once again. Okay, let me just repeat once again. So what I am trying to say is, let's say if the size of the array that we are given with is 5, okay, so in this size of 5 size array, the missing numbers that the question is, we have to find the first positive missing number, okay, first positive missing number. So in 5 size array, if numbers between 1 to 5 are not present, that means the answer will be between 1 to 5 only, because one of them is missing. If all the numbers from 1 to 5 is present, then 6 is the first positive number which is missing, right? So that is what I am trying to say. So if the array size is let's say 10, okay, so if any number between 1 to 10 is not present in the array, that will be the first positive missing number, or the answer can be 11. If all of them are present, that means the answer is 11. Okay, so this is what I am trying to say. I hope this is clear, right? So now let's come to this question. Okay, let's come to this question that we have here, which is 0, minus 10, 1, 3 and minus 20. Okay, let's talk about this. Now we know that the answer can only be between 1 to 1, 0, 1, 2. What is the size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The answer can only lie between 1 to 6, right? Now let's come to this question, how we are going to solve it. First thing is that we know that negative numbers and 0 are of no use to us, right? Why? Because we have to find the first positive number. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to replace negative numbers and zeros with a number greater than 1 to 6, if number is greater than 1 to 6, okay, then that cannot be our answer, right? So we can replace it with any number. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to replace 0 with n. What is the size of the array? 5 plus 2, let's say 7. I am replacing it with 7. This negative minus 10 will be replaced with 7 as well, and this will be 1, this will be 3 and this will be 7. Okay, so I am replacing negative numbers and 0 with a number which is greater than 6, we know that the answer cannot be 7, okay, so I am replacing it with n plus, let's say size of the array is n plus 2. I am replacing these numbers with n plus 2. Okay, so this we can do, or you can replace it with any number, whatever you want. Let's say you are replacing it with max value. Okay, so whatever you want to do, you can do that. You can replace it with, because they are of no use to us. Right? Now let's come to the question that how we are going to solve it. Okay, now negative numbers are gone, only positive numbers are there, right? So now, as I told you guys, we are going to use this array as a hash map. How we are going to do that? So what we do is, let's say we have 7, 1, 3 and 7. Okay, so see, now this is the concept, very important thing, just try to understand it. So what happens is, we know that the answer can only be between 1 to 6. If the size of the array is 5, right? So can we use the indexes here as the number that can be our answer? So what I am trying to say is, the indexes here are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's imagine that the indexing starts from 1. So let's say this is the first number, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, and this is 5. Okay, just try to understand what I am trying to say. Okay, don't get confused. I'll explain it again, don't worry. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I am just assuming that the indexing starts from 1. So what I am going to do is, here why I replaced it with 7, why I replaced it with 7, why I replaced it with the number greater than the answer, is because it will be of no use. It will be of no use. Okay, so try to understand the approach. So first of all, we have 7. Okay, what I am going to do is, I am going to go on each number. Okay, I am going to go on each value in this array. I am going to go on each value of this array, and I am going to go to that index and will make it negative. So let's first do the approach, and then you will understand it. Don't worry. Okay, so what I am trying to do is, here we have 7. Here we have 7. Okay, 7 is not present in this array. 7 index is not present in this array. So we will not do anything. We will move forward. Here also 7. So 7 is also not present in this array. So we will not do anything. Okay. Now we will come to third index, which is 1. 1 index is present in this array. So what I will do is, I will go on the first index and I will make whatever the number is present there, I will make it negative. I'll tell you what I am doing. Don't worry. You will understand it. Okay. Now I'll go to next index, which is 3. Okay, which is 3. That means I will see that 3 index is present in this array. Third index is present in this array. Yes, third index is present in this array. I will go on the third index and I will make it negative. Okay, then I will come to 7. 7 is also not present in this array. 7 index is not present in this array. Only 5 till 5 is there. Okay, so we will do nothing. Okay, so now why I have done this? Let me tell you. See, now you can see the negative indexes. Negative indexes is, first index is negative, second index is not negative, third index is negative. Okay, so what we are understanding from it? We are understanding that 1 was present in this array. See, only those indexes are negative. Which numbers are present in this array. Okay, which numbers are present in this array. So here we have 1. Okay, so 1 was present in this array. Then I went to first index and I made it negative. Okay, same with here as well. Same with 3 as well. On 3 as well, you can see that 3 was present in this array. That's why we went to third index and we made it negative. That means all the indexes which are negative, all the numbers which are negative, on those indexes, those numbers were present in this array. So what I am trying to say is, here you can see only these numbers are negative. Okay, so only these numbers are negative. First number was 1 was negative, so I went to, there was 1 present, so I went to first index and I made it negative. 3 was present, so I went to third index, I made it negative. And now I will again start traversing this array and I will see the first index which is not negative. That will be our answer. So here you can see the first index is negative. That means 1 was present in this array. That's why it is negative, right? Now I will go to second index. Second index is not negative. That means 2 is our answer. Because 2 was not present in this array. If 2 was present in this array, then this would have been negative as well. Okay, this would have been negative as well. Anybody has any doubt in this? A little tricky, but it is a very good approach. So now I think you got that point as well. Why I made them 7 is because 7 is not present in this array. 7 index will not be present in this array. That's why I took a number greater than 5. That number will not be present in this array. Okay, and also the answer will be between 1 to 6 only. That's why we are able to use these indexes. Understand this thing. Why I am able to use these indexes? Because we know that the answer will only be between 1 to size of array plus 1. Okay, 1 to size of array plus 1. That's why we are able to use it. We know that if either 1 will be absent, 2 will be absent, 3 will be absent, 4 will be absent, or 5 will be absent. Okay, if any of them is absent, let's say one array is given to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, what will happen? Let's say indexes starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what will happen? 1 is present there, so what will happen is I will go on the first index and I will make it negative. Okay, 2 is present, I will go on the second index, I will make it negative. 3 is present, I will go on the third index, I will make it negative. On the 4 is present, I will go on the fourth index, I will make it negative. 5 is present, I will go on the fifth index and I will make it negative. Now when I start reversing it again, I will see that all the numbers are negative. So in this case, when all the numbers are negative, this indicates that from 1 to 5 all the numbers are present. That means the answer will be 6. In this case only the answer will be size plus 1. Size plus 1. Right? Now let me okay. So I have student understood, but okay. What's the algorithm called? Okay, so what's the algorithm called? I don't know what the algorithm is called. It is just the approach I know. So that's why this is I'm using here. Okay, so I never actually think of anything as a like name of the algorithm. I'm just using it because this is the best approach that we have. Okay, and you also don't focus on the names of the algorithm. That doesn't matter. Okay, you should only know the approach. So I hope this is clear. Can we move to the code? Anybody has any doubt in this? So what we have to do? Let's write it. Okay, the first step will be to remove negative numbers and 0. Okay, remove negative numbers and zeros and make them size plus 2. Okay, make them size plus 2. This is size of the array. Okay, second is remove negative numbers and zeros and make them size plus 2. Now next thing is now we have to traverse. Okay, okay, also one more thing you have to keep in mind is we have assumed that the indexing starts from 0, from 1, but actually the indexing starts from 0, right? That thing we have to keep in mind. Okay, I'll show how we are going to work on that. Okay, so this thing we have to do, and then we have to make the numbers negative. Right? Third step will be now again traverse and find the first positive index. Okay, first positive index. That will be our answer. Okay, also guys, just today only we are having this class on the main channel. From tomorrow we will have this class on Java channel, GeeksforGeeks Java channel. So just go and join that as well. From tomorrow we will do questions there only. Okay, so just go and join that. Now I hope this much is clear. This is the algorithm that we are going to write. Now let's go and start writing it. Along with that I will show you how we can handle that indexing part. Okay, and also let me show you the channel as well. So you can see here GeeksforGeeks Java. Okay, just go and join this channel so that you can attend all the lectures, right? So now let's come to this. Let's start writing the code, right? So now first of all I write code in Java. Okay, so here the first step was to remove all the negative numbers. Let me see if I can extend it. No, I cannot. Or can I make it so it is okay? So let's write it here only. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the first step. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n less than equal to arr dot length less than arr dot length I plus plus. Okay, so first thing what we have to do is if arr of I equal to is less than equal to 0. In that case what we have to do is we have to make arr of I equal to what? We have to make arr of I equal to, let's say, array dot size plus 1, arr dot length plus 1, okay, arr dot length plus 1 or arr dot length plus 1 or plus 2, whatever you want to do it, you can do that. Okay, arr dot length plus 1. I am writing it like this. So if now let's take this example only. So in this case now what will happen? So it was 0, so it will become ARR dot length. ARR dot length is 5 plus 1, so it will become 6. Now minus 10 will also become 6 because this is less than equal to 0. Now 1, we have 1 as it is because it is not less than equal to 0. 3 will be as it is. Minus 20 will be changed to 6. Okay, so this is what we get after this loop. After this loop, the array will look like this. Okay, now what we have to do? See, so now imagine this. Here actually the indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but what we assumed was the indexes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have to keep this thing in mind when we are making any number negative. So let's say I start from here. This is 6. So 6 is greater than the length of the array. So 6 index is not present. So we don't have to do anything. Now again 6 is there. 6 index is not present. 6 index is not present. So this is our indexing that we have given. Our indexing, and this is actual indexing. Okay, actual indexing. So we have to think like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but when we will make any number negative, we will think like this. Okay, so let me explain what I am trying to say here. First of all, let's explain it and then we will do it. Okay, so the array look like 6, 6, 6, 1, 3, 6, right? 1, 3 and 6. Okay, so original indexing is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is normal indexes that we have for array. But what we assumed was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this was assumed. Okay, and this is actual, right? So how we are going to solve it? So we will go to 6. We will see that 6 is not present in 6 cannot be present in this array. Okay, so because it is greater than the size of the array. This is greater than the size of the array, so it is not present. So we will move forward. So 6 is also again not present. Now we come to 1. So we are actually thinking about this. So 1 means we have to go to, in our imagination, we have to go to this index, this first index, right? But actually we have to go to the 0th index. So we have to keep this in mind while changing any index. What we actually have to do is, we don't have to directly change 1. We have to change whatever the number is present minus 1. We have to change that. Okay, we have to change that. So the index that will be changed will be 0, not 1. Because actual index that we are changing is 0th index, right? So we have to go on the 0th index when we get 1 as the number. So we will go on the 0th index and we will make it negative. Okay, now 3 is there. For 3 as well the same thing. So we will go on the second index now. Okay, because in our imagination 3 is this. Okay, but actually it is 2. Actually this is 2. So we will go on the 3 minus 1th index and we will make it negative. And 6 is again not present, so our array will look like exactly what we wanted: minus 6, 6, minus 1, 3 and 6. Okay, exactly what we wanted, we will get that. So this is 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index. Okay, now when we will again travel it, so what will happen? So here we will get first positive number. So this is negative, that means 1 was present. Okay, this is positive, that means 2 was not present. 2 was not present in this array, that means our answer is 2, right? But index is 1, so our actual answer will be 1 plus 1, which will be 2. Okay, which will be 2. So whatever the index is positive that we will find, plus 1 will be our answer. So 1 plus 1 will be our answer. Okay, so this is what we have to do. So let's write the code and I will again explain it what we are doing. Okay, so let me come to that. So first thing what we have to do is, again we will run a loop. So for int I equal to 0, I less than ARR dot length, okay, I plus plus. So now what we have to do is, let's say we are storing the value int x is equal to ARR of 5. Okay, what I am storing here, so let me just keep doing it here. So here it was 6, 6, 1, 3 and 6. Okay, so this was the case. So here we have first of all I am at x is equal to array of 5. So what I am doing is I am storing this number. When I am at 0th index, I am storing 6. This x is 6 right now. Okay, so what I want to see is if x is less than, if x is less, so whatever the number I am taking right now, should be less than the array dot length. So if x is less than ARR dot length, so in that case, if x is less than ARR dot length, in that case what we have to do is less than or equal to, you can say if less than or equal to ARR dot length, then only what we can do is we can make that index negative. Okay, so what we are going to do in this case is, if it is less than equal to ARR.length, so in that case ARR of x, I will make it minus of ARR of x. Okay, so what I am doing, so let me explain one by one, stepwise. So here you can see we have int x is equal to ARR of I. Okay, int x is equal to ARR of I. Let me take another pen. Okay, so here you can see ARR of x is equal to ARR of I. That means I am at the 0th index, I am storing in x. First of all, 6 will be stored in the x. 6 will be stored in the x, this number. Now I am checking if this 6 is less than equal to ARR.length, because if it is greater than equal to ARR.length, then we cannot go to that index, right? We cannot go to that index. So if it is less than equal to ARR.length, so if it is so it is 5, length is 5, so it is not less than equal to ARR.length. That means we cannot do anything with it. We will just move forward. Here as well. So here as well we have 6. Here as well we have 6. Okay. So in this case as well, we cannot go to 6th index and we cannot make it negative. Now we have 1. So in this 1, when we got 1, so here what we have to do is, we will go to which index? We will go to 1 minus 1 index. Okay, we will go to 1 minus 1 index, that means 0th index, and we will make it negative. So what I am going to do is ARR of x minus 1. I will make it negative. Right? So this is what I am doing. So don't get confused because of the code. Okay, this is exactly the same thing that we have done. Okay, so now we have made it negative. All the numbers we have made it negative. X is ARR of I, and we have made it negative. Now what we have to do is, the question is done. Okay, because we have already made those numbers negative, one by one it will make it negative. And now at last, the last loop will be int I equal to 0, I less than ARR.length, I plus plus, and then what we have to see is the first positive index will be our answer, right? So if ARR of I is greater than 0, then that will be our answer. Okay, we just have to return I plus 1, not simple I, we have to return I plus 1. Okay, otherwise one more example where we had, let's say, all the numbers are present, 1 2 3 4 5. So in that case what we have to do is, in this case the answer will be all will be negative. Okay, in this case all will be negative. If 1 2 3 4 5 all are present, so answer will be 6. So what is 6 here? At last, if it doesn't return I plus 1, if all the numbers are negative, no number is positive, so in that case we have to return n plus 1. We have to return not n plus 1, we have to return ARR.length plus 1. Okay, so this is what we have to do. This is done now. Okay, let me know if you guys have got it. What we have done. First we made all the negative numbers and 0 like greater than the length of the array. Okay, then we made one by one the approach that I was telling you, I made them negative. Okay, and then I found the first positive number and I returned it. Okay, size plus 1, ARR.length plus 1, right? So this is what we have to do. Okay, so the last thing, one more thing is left. Let me tell you what is that thing. So let's say we are given with let me go back to black. So let's say we are given with 1 2 3 1 5. So in this case what will happen, because there are duplicate numbers. Okay, so in this case what will happen is, we will start from 1. Okay, 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index. Okay, we will start from 1. We will go on the 0th index and we will make it negative. Okay, second index as well, we will go to first index and we will make it negative. Now 3 as well, we will go to second index, we will make it negative. Now we again found 1. Means we have to go on 0th index and we have to again make it negative. Now there will be a mistake. So when the number is already negative, this shows that 1 was present in this array. But if duplicate numbers are present, then it will again make it positive. Minus will become positive. Okay, so that will be a problem, right? So what we have to do is, we have to tackle this thing. How we are going to tackle this thing is that we have to see if any number is already negative, we don't have to make it positive. Okay, so we don't have to make it positive, right? So if any number is negative, then we cannot make it positive. This thing you have to keep in mind. So if already a number is negative, so we don't have to make it positive. So here what I'm going to write is, so if x is less than equal to array dot length and one more condition, and x is greater than, and x is ARR of x, ARR of x minus 1, ARR of x minus 1 is greater than 0, then only we will go inside and we will make it negative. Otherwise both the conditions should be true. Okay, that's why I'm using and in between. Both the conditions should be true, then only we can make it negative. Okay, just let me know if you got this thing, that one particular thing that we have done. Okay, so guys, just let me know if this was clear, this concept was clear, why I have written this condition, ARR of x minus 1 is greater than 0. Why? Because if there are two duplicates number present, just let me tell you that if there are two duplicates number present, so 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. So in this case, if I go to 0, see 1 is present there, so I go to 0th index and I will make it negative. Then again I will encounter 1 and I have to go to 0th index and I have to again make it negative, so it will become positive. So that will show that okay, 1 was our answer, 1 was our answer. If it will become positive, so then again when I travel it, when I will start traversing it, so the first number will be the positive number we will find, but that is not true. 1 was present, 1 cannot be our answer, right? So that's why I am writing this condition. If the number is already negative, if we have made the number already negative, then only we have to go inside. Already negative, if the number is not already negative, then only we have to go inside and make it negative, right? And also don't get confused that the numbers can already be negative in the given array, but that cannot be possible because in this loop I have removed all the negative numbers. Okay, I have removed all the negative numbers, right? So this is the case. I hope this is clear, and let's try to compile it and run it if it is working fine. So your output is 6, expected output is 6. This is working fine. So let's try to submit it. Yes, you can ask the question. So there is some problem here, runtime error. So the problem is array out of bound, -10 out of bound. So how is that possible? Less than equal to 10. So here array out of bound index for length 8, 20th line. X should be less than equal to AR dot length and AR of x minus 1 should be greater than 0. So let's see that. So x here can be all the numbers, negative numbers I have made them, okay, and x should be less than equal to AR dot length. X is, let's say 5, okay, size is greater, let's say 4 size is there and x is 5. So 6 is less than equal to AR dot length, no it is not, and so it will become false and we will not do anything, right? So it should work fine. Why it is not working fine? Let's see that. So let's take this example. What is the issue? Okay, so let's take this example. What is the issue here? So let's copy it and see 28, 7, 30, minus 36 minus. So let's see the dry run it. Okay, so one solution always is let's dry run this, whatever the code is given to us according to our code. So what we are doing is we are starting from there and we are making, if array is less than equal to 0, we will make it AR dot length plus 1. Okay, so here we have 28, so it will not be changed, right? And then 7, then minus 36 will be changed to what is the length of the array? 8 plus 1, 9. Okay, so it will be 9, right? Okay, now I got it. Got it. Because we have to take the modulus. Exactly. That is exactly why the problem is here. So we have to take the modulus of that thing, right? So what I'm trying to say is, so let's take an example and I'll tell you what is the error here. So here we have 1, 2, 3, not directly this. So let me write it like this. Let's say we have 3, 2, 1 and 6, 5. Let's say this is the array we have. So what will happen is, for third we will go on the second index and we will make it negative, right? Then for second we will go on the first index and we will make it negative. Now when we are at this index, what is actually happening is we have to actually go to first index, like that means a 0th index, and then we have to make it negative. Okay, so that we have to take the modulus of this number, -1. We have to take the modulus of -1, not exactly -1 we can go to. right? We have to just take 1. We have to go on the first index and we have to make it negative, not first 0th index and we have to make it negative, right? So if the number is already negative, we cannot go to the negative index, right? So if we are traversing it, so first of all we have to take the modulus and then we will go to that index and we will make it negative, right? And then we will make it negative, exactly. Okay, so what we are going to do is, while going to that index, we have to take the modulus of it. Okay, so we will take x minus 1 should be greater than 0. We will take the math dot apps of ARR of I, right? And then we will see all the things. Now let's try to submit it. Okay, now let's try to submit it. Yeah, it is working fine, exactly. Okay, the only thing was that we have to take the absolute of it, right? We have to take the absolute of it. So I hope you guys have got this question. But if we don't allow to modify the array, okay, so if we don't allow to modify the array, the same array we cannot modify. So two things you can do: either take extra space, that is not allowed here, right? Or you can actually take an auxiliary array, like that array, a new array you can use. In that case, nothing else you can do, because if you cannot modify the original array, then you have to use some extra space, and that extra space is not allowed here. So they are actually allowing us to modify the array, right? So this is big of 1. Okay, so guys, I hope you guys have got it. Anybody has any doubt, just let me know. I hope this question was clear. If you want a dry run, you can tell me what we have done, what we haven't. We can dry run this as well. Yes, this is a new series, not 1 question per day. We can have 2 questions per day. We may not have any question per day, but it will keep on going. Also, just remember the next class. From the next class, it will happen on GeeksforGeeks Java channel. So just go and join the GeeksforGeeks Java channel, because all my classes from tomorrow will be on this only, GeeksforGeeks Java channel. Okay. Okay, so why we used do a dry run? So let's dry run. Okay, so everything will be clear if we dry run it, right? So let's take an example so that all the cases will be covered, right? So first of all, let's say we have 3 here. Okay, first case will be that where we have to make it negative. Then we have to negative numbers as well. Let's say some negative numbers. Then we have 2 and let's say 5. Okay, so let's say this is the case. Now what we have to do? Let's go to the code. Let's see the code first of all. Okay, the first step in the code is to make all the negative numbers or zeros as ARR.length plus 1. We are going to replace it. Okay, we are going to replace it. So 0, these are the indexes. Okay, so first of all, we started from 3. 3 is not negative, minus 10 is negative. So I will replace it with ARR.length. Length of the array is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I will replace it with the size of the array plus 1. So I will replace it with 6. Now 1 is okay, 2 is okay, 5 is okay. So now our array will look like 3, 6, 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 5. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do is, that in this loop, what we are doing is, first of all, we are taking a number x, which is absolute value of array of I. So let's say, first of all, I will be at the 0th index. So I will take its absolute value, that means modulus of it. That means we are x is 3 right now. Now what we are checking, our conditions are that x should be less than equal to ARR.length. And x should be, array of x minus 1 should be greater than 0. Okay, so this is less than the length of the array, so this condition is okay. And now one more condition is that we have to go to x minus 1. X minus 1 means on the second index we have to see if this is already negative. No, it is not already negative. Then both the conditions are true now. Then we will make it negative. Then we will make it negative. What are those two conditions? That this number that we have here, that the number that we have here should be less than the length of the array, and also x array of x minus 1. That means on the second index the number should be negative, should not be negative, already negative. Why? Because if it is already negative, that means 3 was also present before. It was already present in this array, and we have already made this index negative. That will show that okay, 3 already has been gone, that 3 was already present, so you don't have to make it again negative. Okay, so that's why on the second index we have made it negative. Okay, now modulus value means that we are making any positive value or negative value into positive only. Okay, we are converting a negative value into positive only. Okay, so now we will come to first index. Now first index is 6. What were the two conditions we have to check? That now x is 6, right? So now 6 is greater than the length of the array. Length of the array is 5. So we don't have to do anything with this. We have to just move forward. Now why we were taking modulus? Now you will get this thing. Why we were taking the modulus? Because now we actually want 1. We have to go through 0th index and we have to make it negative, right? So that's why we are taking its modulus, because if I do not take its modulus, I'll take minus 1. So it will try to go to minus 1, minus 2 index. Okay, it will try to go to minus 2 index, which is not present in this array, right? So that's why we have to take its modulus, because we have to work on the array. We have to work on the value only. Okay, so what I will do is I will take its modulus. Okay, so x will be 1. Now I will go on the 0th index and I will make it negative. Right? So that's why we are taking the modulus of it. Right? Now I will move forward. This is 2. Now we have to go to 2. So x is 2 right now. 2 is less than the length of the array, and also now we have to check if first index is negative or not. No, it is not negative. So we will go to the first index and we will make it negative. Right? Now we have 5. So 5 means x is 5. 5 is less than equal to array.length. So it is less than equal to array.length. That is okay. Now we will go to 4th index. And we will make it negative. Yes, because it is already not negative. So we will make it negative. Now that work is done. The second array's work is also done. Now you can see how it looks like. So how it looks like is this, right? So this is minus 3, minus 6, minus 1, 2 and minus 5, right? So now the last loop, what will the last loop do? Last loop will actually travel the whole array, and the first index that it will find is greater than 0. The first index that it will find which is greater than 0, we have to return that. Okay, so here you can see this is negative, so this cannot be our answer. This is negative, cannot be our answer. This is negative, cannot be our answer. Now this is positive. That means 3 plus 1 is our answer. The answer is 4. 3 plus 1 is our answer. The answer is 4. Okay, so this is what we are doing. Why plus 1? Because as I already told you that we were considering these indexes as 1 plus, like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in our imagination, right? So that's why the answer is 4, not 3. Okay, so this is the dry run we are doing, right? So all the conditions are covered. So let me know, guys, if you have got this and was it helpful for you guys. This class was helpful for you guys. Just let me know, and I'll keep continuing taking more questions like these, because this concept is used in many questions, right? This using a hash map, your array as a hash map sort of thing. So this is used in a lot of questions. So just let me know if you guys have got it and was it clear, because from tomorrow we are going to do a lot more questions, a lot of questions on this Geeks for Geeks Java channel. So the first thing that you have to do is just go and join, subscribe to this channel, Geeks for Geeks Java. And it is not based on language. We will just, like today, we have discussed the approach first, then we will do the code. So you can code in any language. Okay. So anybody who wants to learn can go and join the Java channel, because that will be helpful for you. All the questions we are going to do are placement preparation questions. This is also a very famous question, right? So no, today we are not going to do the next question. Tomorrow we will do the next question. Okay. What if 0 is present? So I have already taken that case, right? Because 0 is not a positive number, so I will also replace it. 0 number will also be replaced with array.length plus 1. Okay, that is the case. Okay, so thank you guys for joining in. Let's meet tomorrow. Just go join the Geeks for Geeks Java channel so that we can do more questions with like more students, right?